Good morning, brothers and sisters, lovers, haters, boys and girls, vibrations of the mind of the one true God, whose name is love. Excuse me. Excuse me hair and my sweaty head. I've just been out on a couple of mile run there in preparation for my spa with Paul the Menace Venice. Don't think I'm going to be too hard to find in that 12-foot ring, Paul. 12-foot ring. Sick of 12-foot rings. Hope you can find us, mate. Stick and Move City. That's what I'm looking at. All right. I'm going to make a funny video later, Paul. I think you'll like it. Well, you might not, but I hope you do. Nah, you will. Anyway, just want to talk about the video that Paul made yesterday on his channel about fear and anger. You know, I spoke to him after that. You know, it was good little conversation about emotion. You know, fear and anger, especially anger. You know, that was my go-to emotion for years. You know, I identified and related to that video a lot. You know, because anger was my go-to emotion. It was at the very, very top of the emotional spectrum. It was the first one I went to, no matter how I was feeling. Like Paul said, you know, because when I vexed and I raged, I got a release. You know, somebody internally pulled the plug on all that negativity and that fear, like Paul said, that I was carrying and harnessing in my heart, you know, and in my consciousness. You know, I was harnessing and carrying all this stuff around with us. And when I vexed and raged and got angry and kicked off, it was a release. You know, I know that's sad, but that's the sad truth. You know, that's how it was for me. And I really identified with that video, and I thank him for that video, because, you know, that was in a nutshell, that was one addict helping another. You know, sort of put the finger on the pulse about, you know, sometimes you can't always express what you want to express. You know, and you hear it from somebody else and you're like, bingo, you know, bingo, that's just how I am. You know, and that's the beauty of the fellowship, you know, one addict helping another, you know, identification through share. It's a brilliant thing. It's a magical thing. It's a powerful thing. It's a miracle is what it is. The miracles happen in them rooms. Now, something I was speaking to Paul after I seen that video was about love and hate. You know, love and hate are on the two opposite ends of the emotional spectrum. And I know all about hate. You know, I carried and harnessed hate in my heart for a long time. You know, and I was always just looking for something to unload on, you know, through rage, anger, violence, you know, and taking out a lot of my own negativities, and a lot of my own, you know, depression and darkness, really, on other people, you know, verbally, physically. I was looking to unload a lot of the shite that I was carrying around, pardon my French, a lot of the stuff I was carrying around, you know, to just to unload, just to pull the plug on how I was feeling. Now, excuse me. Now, through my experience, through my emotional experience, which is extensive, you know, I'm a very emotional person. You know, I cry a lot. I cry very often. You know, I have tears of joy, tears of pain, sorrow, sadness, regret, misery, you know, and tears of love, you know. And what I find is, and what I've found in the past is, the hate that I harnessed only came back at me tenfold, you know. When you have hate in your heart, the rules of life tell us that you will be given plenty more things to hate, because that's what you tuned into, you see. That's what you have in your heart. So the rules of life, the law of attraction, some call it, you know, karma, universal frequencies, all these things are real, you know, and it's what's in your heart where these things start. So if you have hate in your heart, you're going to get a lot of hate in return, you know. So from my experience, if you remember a specific hateful, venomous, spiteful situation I was enduring, you know, I'm projecting. Hate will never beat hate. I tried to combat hate with hate. Doesn't work. Hate will never beat hate, ever. Love beats hate. Love beats hate unanimously, every single time, without fail. Love beats hate, hands down. It doesn't always win by knockout. Sometimes these things take time. But love beats hate unanimously every single time. 10-8 rounds. Every single time. Because when you have love in your life, and you have love in your heart, and you have love within, hatred from the outside cannot affect you. You know, and I love a lot of things in my life lately. I love myself, not all day, every day, but I have my moments. But I love myself. I love the change that I'm going through. I love my family. I love friends. I love fellowship. You know, I love everything that I can love, I will love. If I can feel a love or an emotion towards it, I think I'll prolong that love in my heart, and I'll project that love towards it, and I'll put that love out there. You know, and it's given me gifts. This new path that I'm on is giving me gift upon gift upon gift. You know, gifts of security, gifts of emotional well-being, financial gifts, you know, friendship gifts, the gift of gratitude. It's given me the real looks of life, you know, the ability to be fully grateful for the littlest of things. You know, love and change has given me that. So I just want to say love to every single person out there. A big love to you. Hope you have a blessed weekend. Bye bye for now. Big kiss.